New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Share of minors ages in between 9 to 12 are sharing self-generated images online more than doubled in 2020, and advocates involved in combating OCS online are worried about that trend. Share of minors ages 9 through 12 who are sharing self-generated images online more than doubled in 2020, and advocates involved in combating online CSA are worried about the trend. A report titled Self-Generated CSA Material: Use Attitudes and Experiences in 2020 was released last month by Thorn, an organization dedicated to combating online CSA. Research was conducted through a 20-minute online survey from October 26 to November 12 of 2020 in conjunction with a parallel study of caregivers' attitudes and behaviors. Some 2,002 children from across the United States participated in the study, from 742 from the 9 through 12 age group and 1,260 teenagers from ages 13 to 17. Researchers from Thorn say self-generated CSA material, also referred to as SG or CSAM, is imagery of minors that appears to have been taken by the minor in the image. The imagery is being produced from both consensual and coercive experiences. Consensual experiences are usually referred to as Xting or sharing images. Researchers found that while only 6% of the 9 through 12-year-olds reported that they shared these images, which are self-generated images, in 2019, share more than doubled in 14% in 2020. It was a much larger increase than that seen among 13 through 17-year-olds, who increased in activity jumped from 15 in 2019 to 19 in 2020. Overall, in 2019, 11% of all youth reported sharing their own images. By 2020, that number jumped to 17%. Quote, self-generated images or material has become a vital area of concern for those combating online CSE. It represents distinct risk for children and kids and unique challenges for the communities that are committed to protecting them. The interventions we pursue must be uniquely tailored to the experiences of young people and the offenders who may be targeting them for victimization. While the percentage of minors who report that they reshared someone else's images decreased by 9%, 7% between 2019 and 2020, respectively, the percentage of minors who believe their close friends often or sometimes reshare other images increased from 11% to 14% over the same period. All of that increase happening among children in the ages of 9 through 12 age group. The study showed that between 2019 and 2020, the share of 19 through 20-year-olds holding that belief jumped from 7 to 16%. However, it shrank from 15% to 13% among minors ages 13 to 17. Researchers noted that the survey data suggests that minors may be operating with less supervision in online spaces, particularly among the ages of 9 through 12-year-olds compared to 2019 numbers. Quote, use of secondary accounts intend to keep content private from some groups like caregivers or friends was most significantly up among this group, and the 19 through 12-year-olds reported that significant drop in their frequency for following set online safety rules. And when it comes to social media most frequently used by groups of tweens, YouTube ranks above all others. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook, among others, also held a significant draw among the group for their engagement of these images. Some 80% of all minors reported using YouTube at least once daily, and 78% of them said they shared their own images there. Overall, 85% of that group stated that they were shown material on that platform. Minors appear more comfortable with sharing material on the platform, with 88% of them reporting that. The study showed that production of these images, the content, went up across nearly all demographics, variables related to gender, age, and sexuality identity in 2020 compared to 2019. That increased rate of initial shares were most pronounced amongst 9 through 10-year-olds and young boys ages 9 through 12 and LGBT identified youths. When asked if they thought that the pandemic and subsequent lockdowns had an impact on these images, experiences of their peers, the responders were divided. Approximately 50% of them did not think that the pandemic had an impact on their rates at which their peers sent or shared these images or have intimate images leaked. Remaining 50% felt it did. According to Thorne, however, more research is needed to ensure the right kinds of interventions are available to safeguard minors using rapidly changing technology. Quote, young people continue to engage with images both through exploratory and high risk coercion pathways. The findings from our 2020 survey underscores the persistence of demographic differences in kids' attitudes and behaviors related to these images. Continued data collection and analysis related to this topic, along with the impact of the pandemic, remain a vital need to deliver successful interventions that safeguard and support young people as they navigate their digital experiences. Long story short, your kids are doing stuff online that they're not supposed to be doing. And in order to hide a lot of these images that they decide to take in the privacy of their room or in the school bathroom or the locker room or at friend's house or wherever, they're making secondary, third, fourth, fifth, or whatever accounts. And they're hiding these probably on the cloud or on those apps or some other application that they have that you can download on your phone to, I guess, keep these images, safe and away from people trying to monitor what it is the kids are doing on their phone. Um, like I said, the best thing I can just tell people is that, yo, parents, y'all need to just talk to y'all kids, because I've done too many stories where you have, your kids out here thinking that they're talking to somebody amongst their age range when realistically it's a predator, and that predator is masquerading not as an adult, but they're masquerading as somebody within their age range. So this should let you know how dangerous this is. Like it doesn't take much, right, for things to just go wrong. Once a kid, in a sense, feels safe with somebody, they feel safe. And then that person, once they know that they have the trust, of that child, they'll start feeding them certain things and making them see things that really aren't there, right? Because you have a lot of these adults out here who are predators, who are online on every single site. It don't matter what site you name, you have a predator that's there because they know that there are kids there that aren't being monitored by you 24/7, 7 days a week. So they're going to slowly start up conversations. They're going to slowly start up these engagements. They're going to, off and on, talk about memes and pictures and music, things that, the kid might, like, or that they can sit up there and relate to. And then they're going to start talking about issues, right? They're going to start getting into the emotional thing so that that attachment can basically grow deeper. And then once they basically get there, it's pretty much halfway done. Then they're going to start giving them information, and it's like, oh, what, your parents got a problem, with you, talking to me. It's like da da da, da da da, and all this other. Then they're going to start, that whole process. So it's going to, in a sense, take away the trust that the child should initially have with the parents, right? Because misinformation is being delivered, from the predator directly to the child, and now the child is going to turn to the predator as the safety net, and that's how that process basically starts. I probably skipped or missed a whole bunch of things, but you pretty much get what it is that I'm saying. All of this is dangerous. It's 1,000% dangerous. And yo, parents, like I said, y'all just got to have conversations with your kids. Like, don't, in a sense, try to come at them like angry and hostile, because the moment of time you do that, that's going to force them to sit up there and do more stuff. They're going to sit up there and rebel. They're going to turn to the person or the people that they're not supposed to be turning to. And then it's going to get even worse. And then you're going to feel bad, but then you're going to be even more angry. But you're going to be angry at the wrong person. So, like I said before, parents, like, yo, you don't want to sit up there when dealing with situations like this. You don't want to sit up there and, you know, push your kids away. You want to bring them in close. You want to let them know, like, yo, you know, Back in the 2000s, you know, I did, like the same things, whatnot or whatever because of XYZ, because of somebody I liked or interested in, and da 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 da. And, things didn't work out. And, images are forever. Like I said, you got to let them know, like, yo, a lot of this stuff is forever. And whatever they do right now can very easily, at this point in time, especially since they're growing up in this timeline where it's digital everything, it can easily follow up with them when they're 24. They can do some stuff when they're 16 and be like, yes, whatever it is, I'm young. And then once they start, their brains start clicking and they start turning 24, 25, 30. And then magically they start seeing their own pictures and images they took way back when online, and they can't do nothing about it because people are hosting these somewhere on some servers in Switzerland, over in the Netherlands, in Australia, in Germany, and there's nothing you can do about that. There's nobody that you can sue. There's nobody that you can go after. The government's not going to care about that because they got way bigger fish to fry. They're going to be like, well, you're the dummy that did it. So that's on you. Deal with it. So, like I said, parents, you just got to sit up there and talk to your kids and let them know how real this world is and how dangerous this world is. Stop, trying to coddle them and all this other type of like nonsense. You need to really start being real with them and let them know, like, yo, it's a lot of people out here that's after you. And they're after you for a specific reason. They're after you for selfish gains. Like, yo, don't do this because you're setting yourself up, for something that's not good. For something that is not good at all. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.